7 customs and immigration questions at the airport. You must know. You've just landed after a long flight, excited to start your trip, but before you can step out into the country, there's one more hurdle: immigration and customs. This is where officers ask questions to verify your purpose, documents, and background. In this video, we'll go over 7 common airport customs and immigration questions you must know before you travel. 1. What's the purpose of your visit? This is almost always the first question you'll be asked. The officer wants to confirm why you're entering the country, whether it's for tourism, business, study, family visit, or work. Keep your answer short, clear, and honest. For example, say, "I'm here for tourism for 10 days," or "I'm attending a business conference." Don't over-explain, and avoid vague words like, "I'm here to meet someone," without context. If you're entering for work or study, make sure you have supporting documents like your job offer, student ID, or letter of acceptance. For tourists, having a return ticket and hotel booking helps. Officers listen for consistency, so make sure your answer matches your visa type. If your visa says tourist, but you mention job interviews, that's a red flag. 2. How long will you be staying? This question checks if your stay matches your visa and travel plans. To be specific and realistic, saying a few weeks might sound uncertain, but "I'll be here for 12 days" sounds confident and planned. Have your return flight confirmation handy, since they might ask to see it. It proves you plan to leave before your visa expires. If you're staying with friends or relatives, mention how long you'll be at their place and when you plan to leave. If you don't have a fixed plan, be honest but still give a rough timeline like, "I'll be staying for about 2 weeks, then returning home." Immigration officers are mainly checking that you're not planning to overstay your visa. 3. Where will you be staying? This question helps officers confirm that you have accommodation arranged. You can mention your hotel, Airbnb, or the address of a friend or relative. If it's a hotel, just say, "I'll be staying at the Marriott in downtown Chicago," or "I've booked an Airbnb near Times Square." If you're staying with someone, be ready to give their name, address, and relationship to you. Some officers might ask for proof, like an invitation letter or even a quick contact number. Having your hotel booking printout or email confirmation is always a good idea. Even if you plan to move around, mentioning your first location, that's enough for an initial entry. This question isn't meant to invade your privacy. It's simply to confirm that you have a safe and legal place to stay. 4. How much money are you bringing? Many travelers get nervous here, but it's a standard question. Officers need to make sure you can financially support yourself during your stay without working illegally or relying on others. Be honest about your funds. They're not judging your wealth, just verifying that you can afford your trip. For short visits, saying around $1,500 for 2 weeks is fine if that matches your trip's duration. If you're carrying cash, know that most countries require you to declare amounts over a certain limit, often $10,000 USD or equivalent. But even if you have less, mention if you also have money in a bank card or travel account. They may ask to see proof like a recent bank statement or credit card limit, but that's rare unless something seems suspicious. This question helps them ensure you're a genuine visitor, not someone entering with the intention to work illegally. 5. Do you have anything to declare? This is a customs question, not immigration, and it's very important. Declaring means telling the customs officer if you're bringing in restricted, taxable, or prohibited items. Each country has its own list, but common examples include large amounts of cash over the declared limit, alcohol or tobacco beyond personal limits, food items, plants, seeds, or meat products, electronics or gifts of high value, commercial goods for resale. If you're unsure, it's better to declare than to hide. Failing to declare can result in fines or even confiscation. Officers often check luggage randomly, so honesty is the safest approach. If you're bringing only personal items and regular luggage, you can simply say, "No, I have nothing to declare." Also, remember that prescription medications should always be kept in their original packaging with the doctor's note, especially if they're controlled substances. 6. Have you visited this country before? This question helps officers understand your travel history and intentions. If you've been there before, say yes and mention when and why. For example, "Yes, I visited 2 years ago for a vacation." If you've never been there, just say no confidently. The goal here is to check consistency. If your passport shows previous entries, your answer should match. They might also ask how long you stayed last time or whether you overstayed your visa. Always answer truthfully. They can see all this information in their system. If you were previously denied entry or overstayed in the past, it's better to be upfront if asked. Hiding it can lead to immediate refusal. On the other hand, if you've visited multiple countries before, it can actually work in your favor. It shows you're a genuine traveler who follows immigration laws. 7. Are you bringing any food, plants, or animal products? This one often surprises first-time travelers. Many people carry snacks, home-cooked food, or gifts from family, but not all food items are allowed through customs. Countries like the US, Canada, and Australia have strict biosecurity laws to prevent foreign pests and diseases. That means even small amounts of meat, dairy, fruit, or seeds might be banned. If you're carrying packaged snacks, candies, or tea, usually that's fine. But raw or homemade foods can cause issues. It's safest to declare all food items and let officers decide what's acceptable. Declaring doesn't mean they'll take it away. It just shows you're honest. In many cases, they'll inspect it and let you keep it. Never try to hide food, especially meat, cheese, or fruits, because if they find undeclared items, you could face fines up to hundreds of dollars. Bonus tips for a smooth immigration process. 1. Stay calm and confident. Immigration officers aren't trying to scare you. Their job is to protect borders and ensure visitors follow the rules. So stay polite, answer clearly, and don't joke around, especially about money, drugs, or security. 2. Keep documents handy. Always have your passport, visa, return ticket, and hotel booking easily reachable. Avoid digging through bags while the officer waits. It looks unprepared and can raise suspicion. 3. Dress presentably. You don't need to dress formally, but looking clean and put together makes a better impression. It signals that you're a responsible traveler. 4. Don't volunteer extra information. Answer only what you're asked. Giving too much detail can sometimes create confusion. Keep things short, factual, and polite. 5. Be honest. Lying at immigration is one of the biggest mistakes travelers make. Officers have access to international databases, so even small inconsistencies can lead to questioning or denial of entry. 6. Know the customs declaration form. Most airports will hand you a customs form before arrival. Fill it out truthfully. Declare food, currency, and items if needed. It's often easier than explaining at the counter. 7. Watch for the nothing to declare versus goods to declare lanes. After collecting your bags, you'll usually see 2 exits. If you have nothing restricted, go through nothing to declare. If you have items like electronics or extra alcohol, take the other lane and explain. It's faster and safer than risking inspection penalties. Common mistakes to avoid: arguing or being impatient. Officers deal with thousands of passengers daily. Stay polite, even if the process feels slow. Using the wrong visa type. Don't enter on a tourist visa if you plan to work, even temporarily. Bringing restricted food. Check your destination's customs website before packing food gifts. Forgetting proof of accommodation or return ticket. These are simple but essential. Overpacking expensive electronics. Carrying multiple gadgets can make it seem like you're importing for resale. Small details can make a big difference at customs and immigration. And knowing these 7 questions keeps you one step ahead. Keeps you